Welcome and good evening. Thank you for joining us in this second part of LV app training with Kammal Thota, our VP Digital. But before that, I would like to announce again our Cabo winners. Well, because led by me, of course, Sky Hayes qualified. Thank you, Lord. And then Nico Hayes and Hilda Wagner for now. But we have still some candidates that are trying to catch up at the end of June. So congratulations, you guys. And for our bonus pool achievers, I'm so proud of you. Ruti Ontiveros achieved 2 points. MG Siapno, 2 points. Rosalie Tack qualified for 1 point. Nico Hayes, 1 point. Christian De Moro, 1 point. Congratulations again. Those are the bonus pool achievers. And guys, I would like to see more bonus pool achievers, guys, because this is just 5 enrollees for the month, for each month, and 500 new PV. I believe that you need to challenge yourself so that you will begin to get that practice, get used to winning that promotion, and later on you can join the bigger promotion. So it's just a matter of really practicing. And if you want to challenge yourself, there you go. Okay, so rank advancements for last month is Ali Queenie, who achieved Pro 3 rank, followed by Nessie Aquino. Congratulations, Pro 2. Nessie, I think it's just 45 days. My goodness, Nessie. Good job. Jeannie Ann Queenie, also Pro 2. Congratulations for those who rank advanced last month. And then maintained ranks. As you know, you guys, it's hard to maintain the ranks, right? Sometimes you go down, up and down, and sometimes it's hard to pull through. But if you are really decided and you are really committed, all you have to do is run your hair like on fire again, right? So for those who maintain their ranks as a Pro 5 led by Ruti Ontiveros, Nico Hayes, Pro 5, Hilda Wagner, just within 60 days, she achieved the Pro 4 rank and qualified her for Cabo. And then Rosalie Tack, Pro 3, congratulations. And Christian De Moro, congratulations, you guys, for your hard work. Goodness. So I really am so proud of you. So for right now, welcome back again to the part 2 LV app training, you guys. And I'd like to thank you all for tonight, for joining us, because like I said, we want to maximize the use of our LV app, and more so to master our skills in this arena, because we are going to use our LV app in our next this coming promotion in July 1st. So let's learn it now. And of course, Kammal here is to guide and educate. Kammal is here to guide us and educate us more about the newest features of his creation. So without further ado, I'll bring you over to Kammal Thota, and it's all yours now, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. And I think the last time we went through some training. So this time I'm going to quickly walk you through a few more things. And then what I will do is I will stop and I will take all the questions. And then I will answer all your questions. That way, I'm basically, if I go through the training, maybe I might not be able to cover every single thing. But when you ask me a question, hopefully I can cover it all. So that being said, here is can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Awesome.
Clear, clear.
Great. The one that you are seeing right now is the action deck. And this is the place where you will see all your notifications. One thing that you need to know is if you have the action cards, if you have more than one, you can swipe up or swipe down. So if you have more, that's where it will be hidden. So we are changing this interface, but for now, please know that you can swipe up and swipe down. Okay, and then, so let me go on and swipe up and then show you different ones that I have. In this case, I shared a video, and in this case, Krish watched it. Once he watched it, I got the notification. And either I can snooze it. When I snooze it, it will give you the options. If I'm busy, I will say I will do this later. If I have already done it, then I will use the I already did this. But if I don't want to do it, I don't want to act on it, then I can choose I don't want to do this. or I can cancel and get back to where I am. And then if I click next step, it's going to take me to that particular contact. Again, it all depends on the type of action card. So, and you can continue from here what you want to do. So I'll go to the action cards. And again, I just swipe down, and then now you can see that I have another action card, which is asking me to add at least 23 more contacts, because we recommend that at any point of time, you work with 25 contacts. And we show you how many contacts you have in motion, that is in invite, tool, and team. And that is where you see my cursor. That's where we show the list. And last time we talked about the messages. So, but if you have any questions, I will address them here in a bit. And then in the organization, so where you see this black one, so whenever you click on something, when you see the black, that means that's the place you are in. That's how you know where you are. And I'm going to again press on people, which is here. I press on people, and now I am here. Now you can see that the prospects, I can tap on it, and then it will show all my prospects. On the very top here, you can see how many I have in invite, tool, and team. And if you swipe to the left, you can see close. So you can see at any point of time, how many you have, that number. Let me click on tool. Here it is showing me 4. Let me see. When I tap on it, you can see that I have 4 in that state, and now I can work on it. Again, I'm hoping that you all know what ITT is. Quickly, I'll go through. You invite, that's basically you add a contact, whoever you want to prospect, add them. And once you add them, you initiate a conversation, share the first touch video, share the overview video, and then that will move you into a tool state. In tool, if they want to learn more, now you can share any other tools, maybe a daily wellness video, or maybe nerve to science video, or any other education materials you can share in the tool. And in the team, it's basically a validation. If you want help, either you call for upline help, or schedule a 3-way meeting, or share some other materials. Along with that, you share the card as well as the enrollment link. That is the teaming. And after teaming, once if they become a customer, then you close them. If they're not interested, you close them. How do you do that? Last time, I believe Sherry had walked you through, but I'm going to quickly show you 1 or 2 steps here. The first one, if you see here, you see the status they are in. In this case, it's Anisha Thota, who is my daughter. I'm going to invite her, and we are going to start with whether she's interested in the health or in the business opportunity or learn more. But in some cases, you might have already done this step because you might have initiated this conversation on a social media. So if that's the case, then choose that. Otherwise, let's say if in this case, I will say Anisha is interested in the business, which is the opportunity, and I click continue. And it's going to have a prescript. You can feel free to change it. Right now, I'm not going to change it, and I will send a message, which will now take me to the next step. It says, great, you initiated the conversation. What do you do next? I'll say, now it says, are they open to taking control of their health or life? I say yes, and it takes, and I click continue. The continue button is always at the bottom, so scroll down if you don't see it. And let's say I'm going to share the first touch video other, and then I'm going to pick a nerve to science video. Okay, so now here it says, hey, Anisha, and then all the prescript. So again, feel free to change. But do you see here on the very top, here is the name initials, but there is a icon in the green that is showing what the preferred type of method is, contact type. In this case, I have an email address. That's why the sign that you see is the email. But if I added a phone number or something else, then I would see that information here. So I'll go back now. Hopefully, you get the feel for it. You walk step by step, and then the status will be changing based on the action that you take. And over here, you have a call. I'm going to press on it. Because I don't have a phone number, it's not going to do. I picked up the wrong contact. I'll go back and then choose Krish, my son. And then when I click call, you can see that it shows the phone number. Now I can call right from here. And soon you will be going to see the notes section. Whenever you make a call or a message, if you want to add any notes, you can do that. The whole purpose is we want to go away from the paper and pen. If you prefer that, you can do it. But overall, we want to make sure that this is going to be your digital assistant. So this is your journal. So you would be able to add the notes. But anyways, for now, I can click on I can press on it, and then I can call, or I can message. In the message, it will show, now you can see that there are 3 options: email, in-app messenger, and text message. And then at the very bottom, you see if I really want to use this for the future messages. And if I click on it, your preference will be saved. And moving forward, all messages will be going through this particular contact method. Okay, but now I'm going to press it again here. Now you can see that there is an email, text, and the in-app messenger. And if I want, I can pick different ones. Now you can see that it is changed to the text message because that's in the white color. So now you see how you can change the preferred contact type methods. Okay, great. And then the next one is the follow-up. The follow-up, if you want to schedule a meeting with them, you can just click on the follow-up and put something on your calendar and do the follow-up.
Okay, Kammal, this is good. Hang on. Does anybody, a lot going on right now? Great stuff. Anybody have any questions before Kammal moves on?
I do.
General questions. Go ahead.
I think it's great that it has a calendar and you can schedule. Will it sync our calendars from other, like for example, our Google Calendar and things like that?
So when you click on the follow-up, it's going to open up the default calendar you set up on your device. In this case, I only have the iOS, but if you have multiple calendars, you can toggle between the calendars because this is your calendar app on the device. So you can really use any calendar of your choice and it will be synced.
Oh, I see. So it opens up the calendar from your phone.
That is correct.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And do you see like how after I set it up, on the very top, you see LifeVantage. I'm going to press on that to go back. So after you set up whatever you want to do, click on the LifeVantage and it will take you back to where you are.
Perfect.
And there were some couple of questions on the chat. Sylvia is asking, where is the swipe up and down with Be Active? It's not working now on my phone. I believe, Sylvia, you're talking about the action card deck, if I'm not wrong. You have to hold on to that action card and then press it up. I don't know if you can see it. So
I would suggest, Kamal, those that they can't see that you're doing will, type a little response to a question, like something like that, so that they can see and
yeah,
understand.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. So do you see this white space here? Hold on there and then move it up. Drag your finger and then go up. You swipe up. And then do the same thing again. Press where my cursor is on the screen. Hold on there and then bring it down, your finger. As you bring your finger down, it will bring that one back. And if you don't have more than one action card, then it won't, there's nothing to show. So you probably won't go anywhere. Hopefully that answers. Then another question was, are there any sample scripts within the app for each level? We have some scripts, as you saw, as I was walking you through, we have some scripts based on the functionality, what you are doing. If you are sharing a first touch video, there is a script. If you are sharing a marketing, the library asset over here, whenever you go on and share something from here, we have a prescript. But what we don't have at this time is by the level, Pro 1, Pro 2. We don't have that script. But what we are working on is a custom script, which you can create and you can tag if that script is for first touch video or a overview or whatever it may be. You are free to go and tag it, and you will be able to manage that and reuse your scripts again and again. That will be coming soon for the convention time. So as you see here, if I go and I'm going to click on the share icon, again, I'll go back. So I'll show you where I am. How do we know where I am? This black highlighted one will tell me where I am. Right now, I'm going to press on the library. So that becomes darker. Now I'll go and choose one of these videos. Let me go to customer. And in the customer, I'll pick up the daily wellness. But if you want to see what other categories are, go to this blue bar and do the left swipe. When you do the left swipe, you can see that you are moving. And you can see today we added, okay, let me go and refresh it. Today we added the personal care ones. Do you see how it refreshed? I didn't see the True Science personal care, but then I went here, over here, and then okay, do you see the space? I hold my finger there and I bring it down. I bring my finger down and it's going to refresh the content. So whenever you feel like you are not seeing the most recent content, you just hold on to your device, hold on there, and then bring it down, and you will see the wheel that is spinning. That's going and getting the new content from the server. And okay, in this case, I will go to the new one. Let me see if there are any videos. I don't think there is any, but it's okay. I will pick this personal care image. I tap on it. The images, you can either favorite them or you can download. The arrow down is the download, or you can share where my cursor is. I'm going to first favorite it, so it's filled. If I want to go back and go to my favorites, I should see that in my favorite. So if there is a video that you use again and again, you favorite it. So that's the easiest way to find it. And then you can go into the favorites and you can share. In this case, if I want to share this, again, I tap on it. It takes me here. Do you see this icon here at the very top? I'm going to press that, and it's going to bring me this here. Do you see the suggested script, what we have? It says, here is something exciting, looking forward to hearing back from you. But if you don't like it, you can always add your custom script. Today, you can't save it, but in the future, you will be able to save it. Or if you don't want any script, you can click none. But let's say that you want to use the script that we provided, but if you want to share this somewhere else, do you see the copy? You can click on copy. When you click on the copy, that link is copied or that information is copied for you. And you can share that anywhere. And then if you want to share your shop product link with your replicated website, you can say, right now we don't have a personal care product. I don't know if we do. But for this particular demo, I'm going to use, I can't go all the way down, but I'm just going to use the body rub. Now, if I say attach, now it's going to bring this one up. I'm going to pick my wife and then click next on the very top. And now do you see here how it says LifeVantage.com shop True Science Body Rub? Because I don't have a true replicated website, that's what I'm seeing. But in your case, you will see your own replicated website. Sylvia, the new True Science videos will be coming soon. They will be available. That's the marketing team. And I'm sure they're working on it. So I don't have a great answer for you.
Hi, Kammal. This is Beth Pusa. Can I ask a question?
Sure, Beth.
Is this app available only for the US, or are the other countries using this already?
This is available in every market, but the functionality might be limited based on the market you are in.
Does it come in their language, their own language too?
I should say, if you are in Mexico, it is available in Spanish. And if you are in Japan, it is available in Japanese. Otherwise, everything else is in English. So,
okay. Thank you very much for that. That's really good point. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So now you can share your personal link, your replicated site with product page. That's how you can share. Let's say that I want to post on Instagram. I can download this image by clicking on here. That's one way to do it. Or I can click on social sharing. On this phone, because this is the test phone, I don't have Instagram or Facebook, so you are not seeing it. But if you do, then you will see that here. And you can just post it with one click, which will have your replicated website with a product page link. I always suggest that's the best way to do it. So, but for some reason, I want to change it. I want to edit the picture or something. I can go on and download. Again, you can only download the images, but not the videos. I tap on it, and then it says, it asks you for the permission, and I'm going to give the permission, and it's going to save it to my gallery. Now, if I go to the camera and see it, that's right there. So now I can change it. I can post on anywhere. If you have some software on your phone, you can make the changes. So that's the way you can share through the app with your prospects or contacts. Any questions here? And So
I
the
have
one more
question,
thing,
please. May I ask?
sure, yeah, please go
So
ahead.
with the competition we have this month, it says we have to have an intro video. And which one is intro video?
Are you talking about the ITT, the invite?
So if we do the app, can you show us, please?
Sure. Yeah, let me go back. I'll click on the
Thank you.
people. Yeah, you're welcome. If I click on the people, I go to the people here. In this case, again, I will go and I'll say to get the points, please know that you should go here and work with this section here where I am showing. This is the ITT. Again, I go back, I'll click on invite, and then I'm going to pick the prospect, okay? And in this case, I have to work with this. This is called the next step. Within the next step, I'm going to go to next step. Okay, I'm going to invite or initiate a conversation. And now I'm going to say, Krish, in this case, the prospect is open to health or life. I'm going to click yes and click continue. And once you are here, this is the one you are talking about. When you share a first touch video, the intro video, or you can share the first touch video, any other. When you click the share first touch video, this is flip the switch video that we have in the app. But if you select the other, you can choose, I'm going to click continue. Now you can see this flip the switch is what by default you will be sending if you have selected the first option. But in this case, I selected the second option, other. Now I can choose any of the videos. And in this case, I have chosen the NERF2 science video. So basically, this is your, this is the intro video that we are talking about. If you do this step, you are going to get a point. So again, I go back, I'll choose the first touch video and click continue. Do you see that flip the switch video? And I'm going to send that. By doing it, I have gained a point right now. That's the intro video. And then once I'll say that they already watched it, usually it sends a message. And if you watch it, it's going to inform you that the recipient has watched the video. But if you know for some reason that they already watched it, in this case, because I need to go to the next step, I'm going to select this option and I click continue. They already watched, I go to the next step. Now in this case, Krish watched the flip the switch, which is the intro video. Now it's asking me, do you want to share the second video, which is a learn, which is an overview video? And I will say yes. And scroll down and I'll see the continue button. I click on it and I will send it. Now do you see how Krish went from invite state to the tool state? By doing that, now if I go on and share a tool or something, I am going to get 2 points. And let me say share other tools. I'm going to share NERF2 science video because maybe Krish wants to know how NERF2 is going to help him to lead a healthy life. And I send that. Okay, now Krish is in tool and I'm going to say, let's share a cart with him. No, let me share an enrollment link in this case. And I'm going to There's a prescript that says, I'm thrilled to have you join me. Just follow this link. This link is pointing to the LifeVantage enrollment, and I click on it. Now you see, because I shared the enrollment link, it moved Krish from tool to the team. And now I got 3 points. So overall, I got 6 points by taking Krish through the ITT funnel from invite to tool and tool to teaming. And the enrollment link, Sylvia, is for the distributor. For a customer, I'm hoping that you would share a cart, not the enrollment link.
Can you just share real fast how you got the 2 points? Because I thought they have to watch the video to get the 2 points.
That's right, because now I said they already watched it.
Oh, you just click on that, it says they already watched it. Okay, thank you.
Because I don't want to go back and then watch for, usually what happens in a real world is they will be watching the video and you get a notification. Then you take them to the next step, and that's how you get it. Just to simplify for the demo, yeah, I took a short route.
I have another question.
Okay.
How to conduct a team call with a prospect?
That's a great question. Do you see here, schedule a meeting? So right now, the functionality is limited, but when I click, because right now Krish is in a team, and maybe he needs some help from my upline, because I shared the enrollment link with Krish, but he hasn't acted on it. It's been 2 days. Maybe I need to bring in my upline to validate and encourage the opportunity. So for that, you schedule a meeting, pick this option, and then click continue, which will take you to your calendar. At this point of time, you can schedule a meeting with whoever you want to bring in. It could be your team member or someone else, and bring them in and try to close the deal. That's how you create that third-party validation. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, but for Krish Thota, for her to be a team member, she has to be a distributor, right?
But Krish is a prospect now, right?
Yeah.
He's ready to enroll.
So a prospect, but now a team because she watched the video and stuff. So what's the difference between the team and a distributor that we are signing in?
So once, when someone is ready to enroll but not acting on it, they are ready, but they are not a distributor yet. They are not a new distributor. So this is when you bring in your own upline. In your case, maybe Kai or Greg or someone else, or maybe your fellow team member, someone that can talk to Krish and convince him so that he will go and use the enrollment link and enroll and become a distributor.
So we can actually enroll through the app.
Yeah, you can share the link. And when you share the link, in this case, I shared the link, right? I go back to the messages and open up Krish, and you can.
Oh, there's the enrollment link.
Yes, I copy that.
So when the customer will open that,
when the distributor
opens the link, it's gonna guide them through, right? It's gonna
exactly.
Oh, there you go.
See how you can see.
Okay, got you.
So,
wow, awesome.
Yeah, and then when you share a cart, let's say that now Krish does not want to be a distributor, but he wants to be a customer, right? Then I go back. Let me see if there's someone else that in. Do you see now Krish has gone from the invite? Let me see if there is someone. In this case, I'm going to pick Ryan Montoya. In this case, he's ready to purchase. So he wants to be a customer. So in this case, it shows share cart. I will go on and click on it, continue. It is going to show me the stacks, but I really don't have to use that. But if I want to create my own cart, do you see on the top, new, tap on it. Now it's going to take you and show you the market. You know, in your case, maybe you are prospecting someone in Canada, then tap on it and change it to Canada and pick any market. It's going to show you the products that are in that market. In this case, Ryan is in US, so I pick this market, and then I'm going to click on the plus sign to add a product. In this case, I will say Tri-Synergizer bottles. It's going to show the one time and the monthly, that's okay. And at the bottom, you see the quantity. I'll just leave it as 1, and you see the add button. The add is over on the top or the bottom. Whatever is easy for you, use your fingers to click on an add, and it gives you option if Ryan wants either subscription or if he wants it as a one-time order. In this case, I will say subscribe and save and close that. Now I'm adding the subscription product so you can see the pricing reflected, and then this particular red, the wheel icon that is meant for subscription. So that product is added, and I will say this as a Nerf 2 cart. Oops, what did I do? No, I will say I'm going to save the cart for future use. If I click on that, it will ask me to give a name, and I'm going to say this is Nerf 2 Tri-Synergizer. But anyways, again, to move on, I'm just going to keep it short. Nerf 2 Tri-Synergizer, and I'm going to click. Either you can save only or I can attach. In both cases, I'm saving it, and that particular product is added with a prescript. Now I'm going to send that to Ryan. Now, if you see this message, do you see how the next step is changed? Once you sent a cart, it changed automatically. But if I go to the messages, that one that I sent to Ryan Montoya, and you can see that it's got my cart link. And now I can, I'm just showing how it looks like. Now, when the customer gets a text message, when they tap on it, this is where they go. And you can see that at the bottom, the product is already in the cart. All they have to do is, if they are a new customer, they will give the information. But if they are existing customer, they are going to log in. If it's a new prospect, they are going to add the first name, last name, and just go through the process and complete the transaction. So through the app, you can also shape the cart, the shopping cart. You are making it easy for your customer. Any questions there? Does that answer your question?
Yes, very interesting, but kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, once you get
true.
Kammal?
Yeah, I've been playing with my LV app ever since, you know, so I'm kind of right. I know actually how to reach with the messages because I already been sending them messages and also some videos. But of course, with this ongoing thing. It's going to be like lead us to the next step. Unless you do the first step, you won't be into the next step, right? So they really have to watch the video until we go to move on, right?
That is correct. But once you get the handle, it is really easy. And you see, like I shared the card. Ryan just immediately replied back. I didn't know that he was online. He just replied back and said, "Sounds good. I like it a lot." So it is that easy. I mean, you share a card, they can respond, they can complete it just by tapping it on. So it's powerful, but I can totally see that it could be overwhelming. Please use it 2 times, 3 times. Watch this video again and again. If you have any questions, please reach out to us and we will help.
Kammal, I have a question.
Oh. Yeah, please.
Hi, I used the app before and I have been sharing some videos, but through Messenger, I copy and then I do the share. With that action, I wouldn't know if they have watched, right? And you only get a notification if you send it through a text. Is that correct?
If you copy the link,
if you share it through like some messenger, if you just share it through messenger and you don't share it with a text, because sometimes some of the contacts you really don't have the cell phones, right? You have them as your friends in your social media. So you don't get a notification if they have watched the video in that case, right?
That's a great question, fantastic question. You can. How you can do that is through this next step. If you add, let's say I'm trying to recruit Ryan on a Facebook. That's where I started. I add him, I put some number, right? And then I come here and our email address, something, right? And then I come here and then I go to the next step, which is going to give you that prescript. And from the prescript, you can copy and then you can paste it on the social media. Then we can track. But that being said, it's a long process. We are going to make it easy for you. It will be coming soon with social media, where I'm trying to see if I have the screens yet for it. So I don't have it right now, but what happens in this case is, if it is social media, we will ask you if you are prospecting them on a LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it may be. And if you say yes, then we are going to show you right here. We are going to show you the prescript with a copy, and you can tap on it and you can paste it on the messenger. And when you do that, we can track everything that the user is doing. Does that make sense?
That's good. That's good, because if you do it through social media, it's not confined to being in the US, right?
Absolutely right. Yeah,
right?
We're going
because
to support
it anywhere.
Yeah, they could be anywhere. That is absolutely right, and that will be coming soon. But again, we are trying to make it easy. We are trying to give you, but this ITT process is something that we are really focusing on. Whether you recruit on social media or through the phone numbers and emails, this is the ITT is the crucial part of it. And maybe in the next training, I can show you some of what we are working on.
Kammal, I have another question. When you're going through those action steps, can you jump or skip some of those steps? For example, like I want to schedule a meeting for third-party validation before I send them a cart or an enrollment link. Can that be done?
You can. I don't recommend it, but you can. And how you can do it is going bottom. Do you see just below the continue, update their interest level? When I click on it, now you can see the different states. In this case, let me say, I want them to go back to, either I can close them or maybe I can take them to needs more info. Do you see how it changed from theming to the tool?
How did you change that again? You did it so fast.
Okay, I go down, scroll down.
Uh-huh.
Do you see?
Oh, it's that little blue thing at the bottom. Okay.
Exactly.
So I have to change the interest level if I want to skip the steps that you have there.
Right, that's how like we know that you want to skip the steps.
Okay, thank you.
And you're welcome. And then this is really useful when you are prospecting on social media, but you want to know the way I do it is, or I would do is when I add, in this case, Ryan Montoya, there is a notes section. In the notes, I can say from Facebook. Save, and I would know that this user is from Facebook. So I can start the conversation on the Facebook. When I add Ryan, I add a note that is from Facebook. And where is that? I'm sorry. Yeah. And I can go and change the interest level depending upon exactly where you are in the process, in the ITT process. Based on that, you can change the interest level and work with them.
I get a question.
Yeah, sure.
Like on the team part, what if your third validation is usually done through Zoom meetings?
We are having a new one. Let me.
Can you attach the Zoom link?
Do you see invite to live event?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's part of the tooling. And I can click on the invite to live event and click continue. It will open up the message, but we don't know what the Zoom link is. So you copy that link and paste it here and send it to them.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Great questions.
Hi, Kammal. It's Milette. I'm checking my app and I don't see that voice recording at the bottom. How do I get that? How do I update my app?
Which one? I'm sorry, this one here?
Yeah, that thing, yes.
So,
the thing with the dot, red dot.
Oh, this red dot. Oh,
I don't see it in my app.
Oh, no, sorry. That is, I'm using a software, so I can show you the cursor. So it's just a recording one. Don't follow that. That's not part of the app.
I thought I should supposed to have the two. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Sorry, because I really like to point out, whenever I point out with cursor, it's going to bring up that one. So please ignore that. Okay, any other questions before we go to this LifeVantage?
Hello, I just wanted to make a quick comment. Greg wanted to let me know that they're in a bad electrical storm and got knocked off and can't get back on.
Who was that?
Yeah, they don't have power. Power out for Kai and Greg.
Oh, sorry.
Because of the thunderstorm in their area.
Yeah, this is the second or third time that happened.
I know, it's always. So I have another question or something. So Kammal, so actually the company is really wanting us to utilize this app, correct?
Yes.
So we're like changing from whatever we're doing right now. They want us to use all this ITT through our app.
I mean, it's not enforcement. I don't want to put it that way.
But we are being encouraged.
Encouraged, yeah, thank you.
Yes, yeah, because actually This is great. This is really, I'm like kind of in love with this. For as long as I'm gonna be like knowledgeable and expert on this, I will. This is really very, very helpful and very, very handy because all you need is your phone, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to invest in any other, because I wanted to buy a new laptop or something, but I guess I don't have, I just use my phone. Thank you. Truly, this is amazing. And whew, I can't wait. That's why you're having this thing, because we need to be expert by the end of the month, correct?
Yes, I want you to start using it. Do you see this LifeVantage icon? When I press on it, you will see the leaderboard at the very bottom. Do you see with the cup? When I press on it, I go to the June month of action, which is now going on. And when I click on the see details, because I already have a team, that's why you are here. And then I press on the info icon on the very top over here, that icon. And this is how you can get the points. If you get 250 points, you get a $50 gift card, I think. If you gain 500 points, I think it's $100. If you score 1,000 points, I think it's $1,000 or $500. I'm not exactly sure the dollars, but don't quote me on it. But there are rewards that everyone is eligible. So if you do this ITT, start putting the people through the funnel, you can start getting the points. And also if you register for July Elite Academy, June, and the convention, you get 15 points towards that. And in this case, you see that there is a 250 points because my goal is 250 points and I'm the only one in my team right now. No, I set a 500 goal, I'm sorry. And I know by going here, I can see that there's a 250 points, 500 points, and 1,000 points. So
everybody else has moved on. I think the country in this case is the party that has moved on. They want to go beyond Donald Trump, and I think the long-term impact of the Republican Party sticking with him this long is going to, they're going to face consequences of that decision.
Eat your food.
Jennifer, we saw a consequence last night in New Mexico, special election to...
Can you please mute yourself? Thank you.
Thank you. And you can see that the progress, what your team members are doing. You can see if they registered for the event and how they are doing with invite tool and team. And if basically you can start collecting the points for doing this and use that to get the gift cards towards the swag. And this
now
is
I'm confused with that team, because you had team before when we were talking at another screen, and I got team here with this ITT. Are they the same or different?
They are the same. The other one is I was taking everyone to the next step process. And as I was doing, I collected the points. What you are seeing here are the points that I collected.
Oh.
Do you see Kammal?
Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself.
So that is what you are, that's why you are seeing 6 points, because I worked on two prospects and I moved them from 2 to the team. So I gained 6 points.
With regards to the registration for the convention, most of us have already been registered. Will that still count?
Yes, it absolutely counts.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. And the way you would see is that this red cross mark will be replaced with a green checkbox. When you go into the app, you will see that. So that is the June month of action, and you can see where you stand with overall ranking. So you can see this is the actually the teams that are working now. The team of Dream Team got 1,013 points, and here are the people that are in the team. And the one team, I don't know who this is. Oh, this is Sarah Harding and Monica. So you can see them doing it. So you can see the top 20 leaders, and then you will see your rank. I'm part of the team LV, and my rank is 52 right now. And this is not real-time calculation. We calculate it. It's like maybe every 4 hours. I think we have a time that we are setting, so it's not exactly most up to date, but it will be refreshing. The data will be refreshing. So,
Kammal, can I have a question?
Yes.
On the team leaderboard, does it have to be like it has to be? Can I like cross lines? Can we team up like cross lines? Does it have to be on your own time, on your own lineage, or?
Great question. It doesn't have to be in your genealogy tree in your organization. It could be anyone across the whole LifeVantage. And if you know their ID, the way you add them is if you know the ID, you can go here and click on the plus icon, and you can add them by the distributor ID.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, and then you can see your team progress, how you are doing. The goal is 500 points, and we are currently at 12. So long ways to go, but we will be able to do that. So that's the one. And then we talked about the organization, right? Did we talk about organization last time? I don't have anyone, so I need to maybe log in with someone else. But this is where you will see customers, distributors, and people that are not active, and you mark them as archived. That's where you will see them. You can go on and play with that. And if you click on me, this is myself. And if I have any daily bonus, I will see it here. Because mine is a test account, I don't have a personal volume. And then you see the 2 dots here. There are 2 cards. The way you go to the next one is hold on to your finger and do the left swipe. When you do that, your organization volume. And if you see organization volume, you will see today's, and then comparing with last month. So you will see that comparison. When it is in the red, that means you need to pay attention. If it is in green, that means you are doing great.
Amal, when I did that slide to the right, it took me to the videos. It didn't take me to where you were.
Oh, you probably did the whole swipe. You need to hold on here, right in the center, and move it left or right, depending upon.
It still took me to the video, to the library.
I think you need to, how should I say it? I think are you on iOS or on Android?
I'm on an Android.
Android, it should still work. Okay, how about here? Like where you are seeing my cursor, can you hold there your finger and slowly, do you see how I'm slowly moving it?
No, it's not working.
I can check and get back to you, Sylvia. Is that
okay? Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Is anyone else having the same issue? Because you should be able to swipe left and right there. And then if you go to the bottom, you can see your legs. If you have legs, you can see their volumes. And then if you have another profile in your account, you can switch to that user by clicking on switch to that name. So, and then also you can see your own orders, but you can do the same thing with your organization also. You should be able to go to your customers and distributors, and you should be able to see the orders and the activity. And it will have, right now, we sent a messages to Ryan, if you recollect, all of that information is recorded. So you can always check what you are doing. You don't have to really keep track of it with a paper and pen. And in the future, we will also going to remind you based on when you last contacted and when you are, at least we recommend, if you haven't made a contact with your prospect or with your customer or a distributor, we'll just send a reminder or an action card and you can work on it. So that's why I think the more you get familiar with the app, it's going to really help you build your business. And do you see these 3 green dots? If you tap on it, this is where you will see the language. I think someone asked me this question. I can't really remember. The only market where we support 2 languages, English and Spanish, is only in the US. So when you click on it, you can see English and Spanish. But in all other markets, we only either support English. If it's a Mexico, it's Spanish. And if it is Japan, it will be Japanese. So, and you can see over here, you can report an issue. But when I click on it, it's going to take you to your default email and all the information is pre-filled for you. So all you have to do is just send it with whatever you want to type so that we know, and it comes to us, to my team, and we can look into that. And same thing with sending the feedback. If you have any feedback, you can do that, or you can do the review and rate the app by going to the App Store. So.
How did you get to the more again?
So if you click on these 3 green dots.
Oh, that's where it is. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't see your little cursor. It looked like a bug on my screen. Okay, well, some of these don't have those 3 dots on mine.
Hey, Sylvia, you have a lot of questions, which is great.
Yeah.
But some of those you might want to, because other people may have questions, write them down and send them.
Okay.
I have my last question, Greg. It's Millet. Yep. I have a last question. Okay. How can you remove the name of Kammal in organization? One of my PC already passed on. Can I edit that and remove the name?
You can't do that, but that's a great question. If you go to organization over here, where you see my cursor.
Yes, I'm there now, yeah.
Okay, click on the
I have all the names, yes.
Okay, you go to the person that expired, and then on the very top, you will see edit. Do you see edit?
Okay, yes, I see the edit on the name.
Yeah, please click on it.
Okay, I did.
And then go all the way down to the very bottom. And do you see archive contact?
Yes, so I click on that?
Yes. And when you do that, they will be moved to the archive state.
Oh, okay. Great, thank you. Yeah, then I can do that then. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So there is more, and I'm sure I'll come back at some point of time and then walk you through more. Is there anything else that you would like to know? Play with the app. The best way to do it is playing with the app. There are so many features. For example, you can do the Activate Wednesday. You can click on the show report. And then if you have any customers and distributors that are eligible for the promotion, You will see them here. And when you click on the filter icon, you can go and then filter them with multiple options and narrow down the result set and work with them. So yeah, please continue to explore the app, play with it. I promise you, once you get a handle, it is so easy. I always say this, even if I'm in a bathroom for 5-10 minutes and use that time to do my business, you can completely do that. It is that easy.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Kammal. This is a great piece of work.
I know. So, Kammal, okay. I think we've used so much of your time already, Kammal. Thank you so much in behalf of Greg and Kai. We would like to thank you for being patient with us. And you're right that you know, playing with the app is actually the best for us to learn, right? And with this app, actually, we would like to thank you for developing this, because we can really do our business in the palm of our hand. It's so easy now, right? So thank you so much, Kammal, and hope to see you again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
Pleasure is mine. You are an awesome group. Thank you, guys. It's so good to see you all.